Welcome back to Prime News on HLN. Continuing our discussion about XXX porn movies being screened on college campuses. At the heart of this story, we're talking about two colleges, UC Davis. They've said yes, they're going to screen the XXX movie. University of Maryland's had a change of heart. They were going to, but thanks to the efforts of Senator Andrew Harris, they thought twice about that. All right, let's get back to it, Senator, and then we'll get Adela in, who is with the company who makes the film. So you looked at the budget and said, finish up the action you took, and we'll keep it going.
Well, what we did is I offered an amendment that said that any of the University of Maryland campuses that choose to show a XXX hardcore pornography movie outside of a class act, outside of an educational activity, would just simply lose their state funding.
Okay. Tell us your problem with it. I mean, and I agree with you wholeheartedly, but lay out your case there. Because people will say, hey, they're 18, they can watch it. Go ahead. That's
right. They sure can. If they want to watch it in their room on internet pornography, you know, nothing's going to stop them. If they want to go to a theater off campus, nothing's going to stop them. But when the university shows a film, and the press reports indicated that this was going to be for entertainment only,
yes,
for quote, fun.
Yeah.
There is nothing fun about how pornography degrades women, about how it produces an addiction to pornography, and about how it ruins lives. You can't smoke a cigarette in that student union on the University of Maryland campus, but you were about to be able to watch a XXX hardcore porn movie.
Yeah,
I think we've got our priorities a little backwards there.
No, I agree. But let's bring in the other side. Adela, you're with Digital Playground. Your response to the actions taken and the cancellation at Maryland.
Absolutely. Hi, Mike, and hi, Senator Harris. I think this is absolute extortionism, and it's censorship. And to tell people what they can and cannot watch, I think is especially adults, consenting adults over the age of 18, who have a choice. Nobody is required to attend this. It is simply a choice. It is a legal activity, and porn is fantasy. The reality is we are sending our young adults, 18, 19, 20-year-olds, off to war, and they are dying. No one is dying from porn. Well, it's fun. It's sex. Relax.
Okay, Adela, let's get back. And I love sex. I'm sure the senator does as well, all right? But it's when we're talking about pornography, and we could get into a pro or anti-porn debate here, but we're talking about schools showing it. And I just don't think that the University of Maryland, Maryland at least has said, we don't want to stand for that. And there was no redeeming value.
Only because they lost their funding.
Let me finish. There was no redeeming value to this. There wasn't going to be a discussion, a debate, anything afterward. It was just for entertainment. And if you want entertainment, watch porn in the privacy of your own dorm room. What's wrong with that, Adela?
I think there would be plenty of very healthy discussion following anything. I go see a regular movie that doesn't have sex in it, and we discuss it. I see a movie that does have sex in it, and we discuss it. It gets people talking, and it gets people talking about our society, what it's evolving to, our sexuality, that we aren't just physical, emotional, and intellectual beings. We're also sexual, and that's okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and it actually, the only reason that the university chose to cancel
when that's all you get out of a woman is she's degraded and she's an object of sex.
But you haven't seen the movie.
And you're saying your side, you're showing the positives. I'm telling you the negatives. The senator is as well. Senator, again, back to the, would you be okay with it if there was some kind of debate afterward, or there was some sort of education moderation point of view coming at you?
I think it wouldn't have gotten my interest this much, nor would it have gotten the interest of the entire Maryland State Senate. If this was being set up as a discussion of, we're going to show a pornographic movie, but in fact we're going to have a little discussion about how harmful pornography is, how it demeans women, how it ruins lives, how addictive it is, how dangerous it is. And the fact is that, the producer and Adela, what I read is that you spend $10 million to produce the film, and then you're putting it free on college campuses. The cigarette companies used to give out cigarettes free on college campuses, too. There's a reason why. It's addictive to college students. They wanted to get them hooked on it, and they wanted to make money.
Adela, that's the way I see it, too. You're going after the kids young. Leave them alone. If they want porn, they can go get it. They don't need you coming to the college campuses. But go ahead.
Most of the college campuses actually came to us and asked if they could screen the film and asked if there was a licensing fee, which the students do want this. And they are adults, and they are over the age of 18. And to censor that, I think, is the worst crime of all. To censor anything an adult wants to do is absolutely ridiculous. This film is not demeaning. I would like to address all the degrading of women that you're talking about. And there was certainly a time when porn was being made by men for men with maybe not high aesthetic production values. That is not today. That is not what's going on today. We are female-owned and operated. We are making porn by women for women. In this movie, if you take out all the sex, it is actually available, the rated R version,
but the whole movie's about sex. It's a XXX porn movie. You're not fooling us with a plot line. I saw the trailer. I think I know what's going to happen here. It's a spoof of Pirates of the Caribbean, add in a lot of hardcore sex. There's your movie, pretty much. And let me just say this. When you talk about the porn and its addictive, just how addicting it can be. This is from the University of Pennsylvania, basically saying that porn can be worse than crack because of its effects on the brain can be toxic, and porn is a harder addiction to drop than a crack addiction. Adela, you really feel good about that? Introducing that to kids on a college campus this way? Again, some are going to get it on the privacy of their own dorm room. That's fine. But to have it in the student center, I just think that's ridiculous. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, we aren't introducing it to kids, so that's not a fair statement. We're introducing this to consenting adults that are choosing to be there to watch it. It's not required in any way, shape, or form, and porn is only as addictive as you make it. If your wife tells you you can't do it, you're probably going to want to. If you relax, it's just sex, and you start to empower women, and you let them be sexual, and you acknowledge our sexuality.
Most guys can't say that, Adela, and you're not a guy. Most guys can't say that. Most guys, porn can say, well, good for him. Good for him. There's a lot of guys I know that can't watch it, and some I know that it's ruined their lives. And we could go on here.
How come?
They can't handle it.
Let's go on.
It's addictive.
What can't they handle?
It's addictive. It's worse than crack. For many guys it is, and I don't think we should be introducing it to our kids so they can have a life where they can't relate to their future partners sexually. It's going to affect their marriages for years to come.
How do you feel about sending our kids to war? What does that do?
What does war have to do with porn? What does war have to do with porn?
You're sitting here arguing about the procreation of life and not the desecration of life, and I think your values are a little skewed.
No, I think your values are skewed when you can be proud of putting porn and jamming it down the throats of our kids, and you know damn well that they're going to get addicted to this, and it's going to ruin lives down the future. I hope you're proud when you're an old lady. Adela, thanks again. Senator, we appreciate you as well. More Prime News coming up. Stay with us.